Namaste, Soul Circle.
My name is Michael James. I've done a lot of different modalities so far in my life, and I love integrating them all into medicine that helps serve people get to their highest good.
I'm Candice. I've always felt the pull towards the metaphysicals and the energies of the people around me. Through my journey of self-growth and self-love, I came to understand that I'm actually an empath and a healer by nature.
I'm a certified Reiki master, a spiritual Lifepath coach. I'm also a master crystal healer too.
Integrating my experiences as a support worker, a mother, a woman of color, and with my degree in behavioral sciences.
I was a hereditary practitioner. My grandmother was a wise woman.
I'm able to dig deeper into my spirituality with a variety of modalities that align with both Western ideals of healing and holistic principles.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I'm super excited and I'm ready.
I am ready, and we can't wait to meet you.
Namaste, Soul Circle. My name is Steven.
And I'm Candice Elizabeth, and we're from Arcana, Mind, Body, Spirit, and I'm located here in Toronto, Canada. And Stephen Michael James, you are greeting us from Cancun, Mexico. Hello, my friend.
Hello, I miss you so much. I can't wait to see you on the motherland coming very shortly.
Yes.
It's all very exciting
Looking
right
forward
now.
to seeing you.
Yes. What's really great about Arcana is we are an international brand now. We are moving across different sacred spaces across the world together, and we have a lot of fantastic content that is coming your way quite soon from places that are sacred for eons in our world. So we're super pumped about that. So before I move forward, I want to say happy full moon to all of you out there. And yes, we know we are early, but we did this on purpose. This isn't just any full moon. This is the harvest moon. And if you want to really properly harness the energies of this harvest moon, it may take a little bit of thought and preparation. So we wanted to make sure that you guys had as much information as possible so that you could get the most out of this full moon for sure. Because let me tell you, harvest moon is a doozy. What do you think, Candice?
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a huge time for so much change. And when that change comes in the season and in nature, in the universe, we find that we ourselves are also involved in so much change within ourselves as well. It just happens that way. So I want to thank everyone for joining us early, but better early than late, right? So the full moon actually happens on September 20th, which is Monday. Eastern Standard Time would be 7:45 would be where the moon is at its fullest. I believe, otherwise it would be at like 4:45 if it's not Standard Eastern Time, but you can Google that and find out for sure. But yeah, so before we get going into the actual work that we're going to do, I wanted to talk a little bit about this energy because this is the harvest moon, but it's also the full moon in Pisces.
Yes.
And yes, and after having 2 full moons in Virgo, I welcome this watery, dreamy, and romantic Pisces energy. Like, I am here for it. I am so excited. I feel like based on the last little bit of time that the last like month or so that I've experienced, I am ready to have some Pisces energy. So it feels so right because it's also, like I said, the harvest moon, which is a marking of the beginning of autumn, the fall equinox. which we call Mabon for us, and that's happening on the 22nd. So you have your full moon on the Monday, and then on the 22nd of September, the same week, we have Mabon. We have
So
our fall
much
equinox
wild
happening.
energy out there between Mabon and equinox and all, and we have amazing full moon energy. Like, this is a time for gratitude and release.
Yes, exactly. That means we have the opportunity to embrace everything that we've harvested, and it really allows us to look back at the work, look at the ebbs and flows that brought us to where we are and what we have actually manifested. And I, for one, love to get to do that while in a deep, emotional, creative, it's a very deeply perceptive water zodiac sign like Pisces, which is also my rising, which is probably why I'm super excited for it to be in Pisces as well. To give you a little bit more about Pisces, we did a Pisces sun sign zodiac video many moons ago, so you can check that out on our YouTube channel. So that will give you a little bit more details on Pisces, but I'll give you a little overview. So Pisces have an amazing way of looking at things that you wouldn't normally be attuned to. So when looking back at everything that you, instead of thinking perhaps that you didn't achieve or manifest something, dig a little deeper and look at it from all angles, right? You might surprise yourself and find that maybe what you're grateful for, like maybe the seed that you planted, what you were specifically asking for, might not seem that you got it, but instead you harvested something that you actually needed, right? Like maybe what you initially asked for, you weren't ready for. And instead what you harvested is everything that you actually needed in order to bring you closer to that ultimate goal, or in fact, maybe steer you in a direction that you are truly meant to be, which is where your happiness and your growth and evolution of self lays. So, try not to, it's really easy when we like say, I want this, and we have that black and white kind of thought. Be more Piscean and be a little bit more of a dreamer and be more creative in how you're thinking and perceiving things. And maybe you'll notice that you got exactly what you needed.
Right.
You know what I mean? It might not look what you wanted and what you initially asked for, but you got exactly what you needed. And that's all we could want, right? And that's the best kind of harvest. And also, maybe there's some things that is just like, it wasn't meant for you. This wasn't the time. You needed some other things. Like, be grateful for what you did get. And you know what? We're also going to talk a little bit later about releasing and kind of sweeping away what didn't take root and letting go of all of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, Pisces is like, it's very like free flowing energy. It's not like the Virgos where we're making those lists and it was a little more rigid. This is free flowing energy. So embrace that, right? During this full moon in Pisces, it will be sitting closer to its ruling planet, Neptune. So that just increases our imaginations, our escapism, our compassion.
Yeah.
Lots of compassion. This is such a great time to just like feel all the feelings of your surroundings and the people in your circle. It's going to be at a really, really high, that compassion, that desire for compassion and giving that compassion. It's a great time to receive messages in dreams, and tune into your intuition. And if you maybe have any psychic abilities, this is a great time to really embrace that part of yourself. It's also a really good time to be gentle with yourself and to let the flow and ease to come in. Give it space, right? Mercury also is playing, has a role here. And so there's bound to be a lot of social excitement, again, that wanting to connect in compassion with those around you. So that makes sense that Mercury is in there and like getting you out there and getting you socializing. We've got freedom now, with not being in a lockdown. So that's also really perfect. So I feel like this is like a great opportunity for dreams to come true.
Yeah.
Stephen, do you have anything else to add with all the planetary magic that's out there right now?
Do I ever? I have all kinds of stuff about planetary magic. I think right now, as you were saying, like Pisces is like the time of dreams and listening to your dreams and listening to what thoughts come up. And even if you find yourself, if you label yourself as someone who might not be in tune with themselves, or if you struggle with intuition, this would be a time to listen, like really listen to what's coming through, because there's so much. So let's talk astrology. So right now we have this grand trine in the sky. If you don't know much about astrology, a trine is just the fancy astrological name for a triangle. And usually what that means is it is bringing free flow of energy towards whatever the energies of those planets are. And this isn't just a little trine, a regular trine. This is a grand trine. It doesn't happen all that often. And the other thing that's interesting about this is that the planets that it's associated with this time are all really grand planets. So we have Mars, which is all about your passion. We have Pluto, which is all about transformation. And then we have your North Node, which is about your true life's purpose. So those are all some hot topics. These are like, this isn't just like how you love. This is like your life's work, what we're talking about here. And when we take that energy and we take the full moon's idea of releasing, of getting to integration, when we talk about harvesting, what is stopping you currently from your deepest passion, your next transformation, your life's purpose? What are those things that is holding you down? We need to identify them, and we have to use the harvest to pull these things out of our life so that we are ready for forward momentum as the wheel turns towards the next portion of the year. So for me, this is like one of my favorite times of year. Harvest moon, harvest season, shadow work, all of this time is where like you can see some true energy work really taking place on a personal level, on a relationship level, on a community level, and on a global scale. I really, really feel that every year when it comes to it's just such an amazing time that way. I really like that you were talking about how Neptune is also like the ruling planet. So if we thought like the Piscean dreamer energy was big before, if you like really download during that Piscean time, now we have Neptune blowing it all up too. So let's just say there's a lot going on. There are some tools that you can work with during this energetic portal right now that could be really good for you and help. I personally, every time that it is Piscean energy, I like to get out some Larimar, big stone of water. If you see how beautiful this is, it's from Dominican Republic, a great stone to work with when you're calling in the water energy, if you want to grab that. And then the spices, as we do some gratitude work a little bit later, if you want to jump into your medicine cabinets and your kitchen cupboards and stuff. Really good things are lemon balm, basil, and sage is really good, and borage. So right here I have got my lemon on the go here, got some sage dipped all in it, and basil, like, smells good. I'm gonna make me some chicken with it afterwards, but it smells wild good. So if this is your first time joining us for a full moon, ahead of you, what you're gonna see is we are going to be talking about what we're grateful for. Full moons are a really great time to really dive into gratitude, what you're feeling, what really resonates in your heart space. And then what we do is we talk about what we're going to release over the next cycle and what things we're just letting out tonight. It doesn't hold us back. And we kind of go some raw. We say it online for you. You guys don't have to tell us, but please feel free to comment and let us know what it is you are releasing. That always makes us feel good that you guys are out there and really appreciating our work out here. And then lastly, what we do is we will be doing a little bit of a card pull here. Okay, so we have, we're gonna have these 3 crystals here, and I'm gonna get you guys to choose one. So we have an ammonite, we have a moldavite, and we have a Libyan tektite. So these are 3 extremely, extremely powerful stones. So we'll get to that in just a little bit. Candice, is there anything you would like to add before we get into our gratitude work here?
I do have a few options that I wanted to mention for people to do some extra ritual at home for themselves. I can talk about that a little bit later, or we can do it now. What was that? You cut out right when you give me an answer.
I say go for it.
All right, cool. All right, so before we get going into writing our gratitude lists and what we're releasing, I wanted to kind of give some other ideas of things that you can do. I think writing a gratitude list and writing out what you want to do is amazing. You can look up anything. We just rub all of our oils, essential oils, and different things on our lists and in our books. If you've watched any of our other videos, and candle wax, and we pour it all over. So that's what we do. You can burn it, you can bury it, you can write a sigil over it and put it away. Do whatever feels good for you with those things. Some other things that are really good right now. We mentioned this Pisces energy and like that dreamer energy and receiving messages. Imagine you just spent this whole year harvesting and working to manifest, and now is a time to reap what you've sowed or release what didn't take root, right? So that's what's kind of coming up. So this is a really great time for receiving messages. So this is a really, really, really great time to journal. So I think getting into journaling on the full moon energy, especially with this Pisces energy, especially with Mabon only a couple days after the fact. This is a great time to do some journaling, do some dream journaling. What kind of dreams are coming up for you? Maybe even from now until Monday, and then even just after Mabon after the 22nd. What kind of dreams and messages are you getting? This is a great time to do some steady journaling within that. And even if you don't keep it up and dream journal every day, if you have that, then you can mark it for the next equinox. You can look back and say, oh, these were the messages that were coming to me. So that's a really, really great ritual to get into for all of the full moons. You can do it every cycle and kind of look back. You know what I mean? Get into a habit. I mean, journaling is something you can do every day, but if you're doing it even for a full moon for a few days within that full moon energy, that window, and going back and looking back and like, these are the messages, it just adds to your self-awareness and your knowledge that you're bringing and carrying into all of the goals that you're writing down for yourself. Another great one, of course, is meditating. This is a great time to just do some meditating on this full moon energy, specifically on this fall equinox energy. Again, this is allowing you to get into the practice of creating space, right? We need to have space in our hearts and in our minds and in our bodies to receive all the messages that are coming in for us. If there's no room for the messages, it's hard to be aware of it. So if you're meditating, you're going to have a chance to have that broad perspective that so many Pisces have naturally, if that's your sign. So tune into that within yourself with doing some meditation work. Of course, with the full moon, water, Pisces, water, take a bath, sprinkle some of those herbs that you have. I have some herbs I grow, basil, I have some lemon, I have different things. Be careful with the lemon essential oils you're putting in a bath. It can burn your skin. So sometimes instead of putting it into the actual bath water, I will make a satchel and I will actually smell that. And Tina. Hi, Tina.
Hi. Tina, it'll be so nice. Hopefully you're going to be down here in Mexico too. We'll all get to be together in person so shortly.
It's going to be awesome. So what I was saying is I will instead make a satchel and I will smell some of the herbs and things that I made. And while I take my bath, and I'll meditate in it. So it's like a triple whammy in there. And another really great one for this season specifically is organizing your space, okay? Organize your space, clean your space, and then celebrate your space. David C. I'm a Pisces moon. I've been so drawn to water lately. Yes. Right?
Yeah.
I too am feeling the draw to the water. I love a Pisces. I'm a Cancer moon, so I get it. There's lots of water.
Water over there. Hello, David.
Here, so that's amazing.
I miss you, David. Hopefully I'll see
Yes.
you again soon.
So I was saying, yeah, this is a great time to clean, right? So imagine, chances are you might not be a farmer hurrying to get your crops and your farm-related chores done before the winter arrives, but we are coming to the end of a season. Okay, we have to take stock of all that we've done and clean out which did not take root, or it will not, or whatever will not serve us in the new coming season. So get your personal space in order. Okay, make room for all of the things. You can't do shadow work sitting in your mess. I mean, you can, but I can't.
I don't
okay,
think you can. I feel like you need to make space there. And just for the record, David is kind of a farmer. So he's like, is straight up. He has like chicken coops and stuff.
There you go. David knows what's up. So he's like he knows.
He knows.
He knows. Pisces moon, he knows what's good. All right, so that's my spiel. I hope that there's something there for everybody. Whatever tools you have or don't have, there are things you can do, from different crystals to what you've gathered in your garden. Hey, if you've grown other things and it's not basil or a lemon or any of the other things, take what you've grown. Harvest out your garden and bring that stuff into it, right? This isn't wrong. We're actually doing a bunch of cleaning, reorganizing, right?
It's time. It is.
Yes, David, time. That's right.
David knows.
It's the season,
David
man.
knows.
It's the season.
That's awesome.
That's right. Oh, and one last thing. Everyone turn on some Neil Young, Harvest Moon.
Oh my gosh. I wish I could insert the clip. Candice, I sent it to you. We were listening to like live music on the beach to Harvest Moon, and I like pan right up at the Harvest Moon. Like, let's insert the clip now. Like, so good. Yeah. Beautiful song, beautiful message, beautiful time. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So why don't we dive in and do some gratitude?
Let's.
All right. So if you are journaling along with us, please grab yourself a pen. We have our special notebooks that smell absolutely amazing and the best ever. And in it, we will be recording everything that is coming, what we're grateful for right now. Oh, there's Tina. She says, I'm so glad to see your faces and hopefully we'll be there next week. Yeah.
Excited to see you. I'm just excited. I'm so excited. Okay.
So excited. All right, here we go. Please begin journaling, everybody. How you doing over there?
I'm good. How are you?
Grateful.
Samesies.
All right, so can I go first?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So let's talk gratitude for a minute, because let me tell you, I am in a period of all of my work for the last, like this right here, this bracelet, all of our work all year long has come together to make this month happen for me. And this month has projected long-term growth and opportunity and amazing, incredible things. So I am just humbled and in awe of everything that takes place for me every single day right now. I can't even begin to be grateful, grateful enough that it even makes sense. I want to say like a huge shout out to 3 different people. One of them is a few different people, to be fair. It's all the chosen family that I have down here in Mexico. There's been some amazing things that have taken place here. Number 2 is my husband. Without his continuous support and love, man, my life would look really different. I love him so much. I love you. And 3rd is you, my dear Candice. If it wasn't for our work all year long, none of this would be taking place. None of the perspective shifts, none of the alignments, none of, might get emotional, just none of it would be taking place. And I'm so grateful to have you as my soul sister. I love you so much.
Aw, I love you too. I too am grateful for you and all that we've done this year. It's been a lot of stuff. And I'm super grateful. The last little while has been really, really, really hard. And I definitely did not think that this is what I was asking for at all. I was not expecting it, because you can't expect these things. But when you think that you are, you can't. And I'm grateful for the work that we did, because without that, I would not have been able to manage, cope, and just straight up be where I'm at with the death of my father. I would not be able to do it. I would not have been able to be the person who got everything done. Not everything, obviously there are other people, but I'm talking about me. I would not have been able to do it. I would not have been able to do it. I would not have been able to think about my dad and hold his ashes that I have now, and cry tears of like happy memories and love. Yeah. And I wouldn't have been able to do those things. I would have been in a lot more pain. I would have been in a lot more suffering. And I would have been in all kinds of places that are not serving. And if I wasn't for the work that we have done, not just this year, but for the last like years. 5 years or so, however long, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wouldn't have been able to understand death the way that I do, and accept the course of life and life cycles. So I'm super grateful. It's not easy, and these tears are in no way a feeling of being broken by it. It's just feelings, and it's emotional, and it's a lot, and it's a change. And this comes at such a perfect time, because it's the end of a season. It's the end, and I am going to spend a lot of time on Monday feeling and thinking and being in that perspective Piscean way, so that I can really find some more deeper understanding of the last like month or so, because you're in Mexico, I'm coming to Mexico soon. So much has happened. Everything is flowing. It's great. Of course, there are things that I'm still have a lot of work to do on, but my main goal, my main thing that I've wanted has absolutely in every way of that it could be has come true.
Yes.
And to wrap that up, like the most fruitful, most bountiful thing in all of my world, and also balance the scales with such great loss.
Yeah. Magic
couldn't
is
be
real,
more couldn't be more of like life's journey, and not everyone can handle it. And I'm just so grateful for everything that we've done, because it allows me to be grateful for both of those scales and everything that's on it, versus not understanding it. So thank you. I love you. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And even if I did do it without you, it would have taken me a hell of a lot longer.
I wish I could just wrap my hands around you right now.
See you, my friend. Very, very, very soon.
I can't wait to hold space with you again, for sure, in person, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's take a moment and talk about or write down what we're going to be releasing.
Yes. All right. Are you good?
I'm good. All right, what do you got?
All right. So for me, I am releasing anger that I have towards people that truly carry no weight in my life and that bring nothing but their pain to the table. I release them from my lives, from my heart, from my thoughts, and I do so with love. and I let them go and on their own journey and on their own path that no longer has any ties to mine.
I like that. It's very succinct.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, what about you? What are you releasing?
So, I want to release the part of me that wants to change people in hopes of swaying an outcome to be in my favor. And I feel as though, like, listen, you either believe magic is real or it's not. And I believe that the energies of the universe are all conspiring in my favor. And if someone or something has a behavior or makes decisions that aren't in my highest alignment, I have to believe that that is the course of action that will get me to the timeline that I'm hoping for. So I'm trying to release any pressure I put on myself to sway any decision or anything, because everything is going to unfold in divine timing, and this trip is exactly proof of that to me. So it's easy medicine for me. It just has to be integrated. Yeah, right. There's a lot of work in that, but there's a lot of I think a lot of people can find some knowledge there. So now let's dirty it on up.
Absolutely. Let's dirty it on up.
All right, if you guys are carving into candles, you can always do the put in that Pisces symbol. I know our candle already has that Pisces symbol in there. It's like a sideways 69. Mm-hmm.
My favorite.
All right.
Here, I'll put it on my phone here and I'll try and show everybody.
That's right, like two brackets like that. There we go, like two brackets. And like
there you go. Yeah.
There we go. Two brackets and like that. There you have it. Awesome. All right, so if you can, draw that in your journal. Associate that if you have any sigils like Candice was suggesting at the beginning. Now is your time for that. All right. So I don't know, are we ready for some guidance here?
I'm ready. I'm excited for this. I feel good. Again, I'm going to do a full ceremony on Monday. I know, Steve, you'll be doing one as well.
Absolutely.
And then Mabon on Wednesday, which I feel like we're going to have to do a secondary Mabon celebration together.
Absolutely are going to. Yeah, absolutely. Cannot wait. And it's funny, we even did so the first year we did Litha a little bit past Litha, and then the year after we did Lunasa a little bit past Lunasa, and now we're doing Mabon a little bit past Mabon. So we're sort of following this like trend with each other. So it's kind of wild.
We're on our own clock.
Yes, we are. Always have been. Always will be. All right, so let's look at what we got here. So I have a still here. I wanted to make sure that our camera was going to have as much bandwidth as possible. So you'll notice the cards aren't going to move underneath here, but I'll be showing them on my screen up in the top corner. So right here, the first one that we have is an ammonite. All right, so that's crystal number 1. If you feel called to that, those are your messages. Then we have a moldavite, one of Arcana's personal favorite stones there. We'll keep that one close by. And then last one, we have a Libyan gold tektite. All right, this is another fantastic stone. So we're only working with 3 choices there. I'm going to get started with the ammonite. So if this was the stone that you chose, ammonites always are about life cycles. These are about, if you guys are familiar with the Fibonacci sequence, you start with 1 and then it grows to the next and it grows to the next, and you work in this outward spiral action until you have manifested what you're going for. So a lot of the message behind this one is generally about if you feel like you're at the beginning of something, to remember that the beginning works outwards in a spiral action of energy, okay? So let's see what messages come through if that is for you. Okay, so our first card here is the 6 of Cups. All right, Six of Cups. Oh, again, I'm working with the Light Seers Tarot, one of my favorites. So if you're wondering what deck we're using, this is Chris Ann's Light Seers Tarot. Gorgeous, gorgeous deck. Very inclusive deck, which goes along with our mission statement here in Arcana. So this is the nostalgia card. This card often comes up when people are living in memories or comparing a part of their old life or looking back at something. Sometimes this card can mean it's about sort of filling your cup with some of your happiest memories. But I'm getting the feeling and the messages coming through that this is more about release, because we're on a full moon portal right now, especially with harvest season and harvest moon. I feel like we may need to move away from staying locked in our memories a little bit too much here. Okay? And then moving forward, your next card. Oh, well, this is perfect. This is the Eight of Cups, which is about walking away. So it's everything I just said. So it's about walking away. Sometimes you got to let it go. You just have to know when enough is enough and it's time to put it down and move forward. I do have to point out that we are in a Pisces moon and we have two cups right here, which is Lata Water energy. So that is extremely important. So sometimes you have to let the memory go. I feel like, especially with the nostalgia card, if you just had loss, if you experienced something like that, it may be about like not holding on to any grief or anything. It's more about just experiencing it and remembering the beauty that's there and pushing forward, that kind of thing. So that's our first card for today, okay? Cycles, life cycles.
Well, I just have to say before we move on that was the pile I chose. So.
Magic is real, my friends. Okay. Moving on, we have Moldavite. Moldavite is an asteroid. It came down and slammed into Earth right in the Czech Republic, and it is formed from all the scorched earth that took place there. This is a very, very intense crystal with an extremely high vibration. And for those of you who have worked with Moldavite, know that there comes with a cleansing process with this crystal. It takes as much as it gives at the beginning.
I like to call it the alien toenail.
You can see why. This is what Candice's toenails look like.
No, they do not. Okay. My toenails are beautiful.
All right.
Lord.
All right, so our harvest season message here. Our first card is the Two of Wands. Okay, Two of Wands is often about choice. A lot of it is about, it can have two sort of meanings, and usually it means you come to a fork in the road, and you could go either way. In most of the traditional depictions of this, both ways can actually look okay. It's not like one path is terrible and one is great. It's more like you're sitting there deciding where to go and what to do. Often this card represents being in that position. It's not like you have made that choice yet, but you're right about to make that choice. And you can see she's longing to make a choice. She has a globe, an atlas. All of those correspondences are there. So with a stone like Moldavite, which is all about transformation, especially being in this Pluto energy right now as well, transformation again, I would sense that this is the type of, if you chose this, you're at the beginning of a transformation. Maybe you're not sure which way to go. Okay? So let's see what else comes up in this. Wow. We got the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is a hard card sometimes. A lot of the times when we're doing readings, when this card first comes up, depending what deck you're using, it can look like a grimmer card, let me tell you. But yeah. I like this deck's depiction because it actually heralds the deeper meaning behind it. Often you have to let something go in order to move forward. There's usually something that's holding down in order to move into the future. So there's got to be something with this choice. If you're at this transformation, these roads, what do you got to let go in order to start moving in your next path? Okay, especially with this harvest time, take some of this medicine that this card is saying. Something's got to die. All right, whatever it is, pull it, harvest it. It is not helping you. Okay? Whew, it's got some hairy eyeball medicine coming our way today. Oof.
Always, that's what the alien toenail does. That's
Always what it does. True stone. Okay, so now we have this. We have our Libyan gold tektite. So this stone is actually as well from the exact same family as the moldavite. It is a synergy 12 stone, and it is a tektite as well. This came though from an asteroid hitting in Libya at the Egyptian border. And this stone is really known for messages. This is like messages coming through from higher levels, dream state, which is also super big for Pisces, you know? So this stone is very resonant. That's why I chose it for this today. Okay. Whew. Hard cards today. Okay, 8 of Swords. Okay. Some people call this the paralysis card. This is the fear card. This is like the I feel stuck and can't do anything. This, if you look at the depiction, the true depiction of this, the woman is not bound or blindfolded. She is not. But as she stares at herself, she believes that she is. The message coming through here is you are okay. You are stuck in your own mind right now. You need to release that fear. You have to release that fear. Okay? If this was your stone, I want you to really take in this message. Release that fear. Okay. Whew. Let's see the secondary message. Oh. Well, this is beautiful. So if you are to release that fear, if you are to choose your highest path and your highest good, you are going to birth something beautiful. I love me some Empress, like let me tell you, that big full belly of Gaia right there, that Pasha Mama energy. I really truly believe the download here is that if you are able to get past whatever is holding you back, you have something inside you that will make the world a better place. You have the power to change the world. So take what is inside of you, release it, and then bring forth your greatest creations. Woo! What do you think, Candice? Those are some good messages for harvest time.
Amazing messages. We all have that power inside of us. And once we get past our own selves as the obstacle, we then can find and figure out our purpose and be able to live that out, right? That is the ultimate goal.
Yeah. I'll make sure that I post these cards and these I'll just post a picture of the cards and the stones on our Instagram and on our Facebook to make sure that if you guys have any want to see these messages again, they are there and they're readily available for you. All right. So we have found our way to the end of our full moon. Candice, do we have any messages that you want to say before we finish on up?
I think one of the things, just more of like a housework type, like cleaning house, or what do they call it? Anyways, housekeeping stuff here. We have a great Pisces video that we filmed many moons ago. If you want to know more details of Piscean energy, that would be in a Sun Zodiac video that we did for it. We also have our water element video coming out, and that is a great one to understand, again, not just Pisces energy, but water, the element, and the energy all around that and all that it encompasses. So you might have not just Pisces in your chart, or you might not just be experiencing the Pisces moon energy, but water in general. So that's an excellent one to kind of understand it a little bit more. And so check out our YouTube channel and be sure to like and subscribe so that you can keep up with all the new content that's coming out, as well as any of the previous ones that will just help you further understand. So next time we are doing a moon